What if I told you that the very way you start your morning is the silent reason your biological clock is ticking faster than it should? If you are over 60, the standard health advice you've been given for decades, like taking it slow or starting with a light piece of toast, might actually be accelerating muscle loss and brain fog. According to groundbreaking research from the Harvard Medical School and the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, there is a specific window of time, the first 90 minutes of your day, that determines how fast your cells repair themselves or how quickly they decay. Today, we are opening the gates of the Longevity Lab to reveal 5 science-backed morning habits that can literally reverse your biological markers. Habit number 3 is so counterintuitive that 90% of doctors didn't even know it 5 years ago. Yet it's the secret to keeping your joints oiled and pain-free. Stick with me until the end because I will also share a bonus secret that Nobel Prize winners use to trigger cellular cleaning. Let's dive in. Most people wake up and immediately reach for plain water. While that sounds healthy, longevity science tells a different story for those over 60. As we age, our cell membranes become less efficient at maintaining what's called the osmotic balance. Drinking large amounts of plain water on an empty stomach can actually dilute your internal minerals, leading to more fatigue, dizziness, and muscle cramps throughout the day. A landmark study published in the Journal of Physiology found that seniors who start their day with an electrolyte anchor have significantly higher cognitive scores by noon. Here is the Longevity Lab protocol: 12 ounces of room temperature water, a squeeze of fresh lemon for its vital bioflavonoids, and this is the absolute key, a tiny pinch of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. You see, your cells use a biological mechanism called the sodium-potassium pump to generate energy. Without that trace of natural sodium, the water stays outside your cells, causing bloating and swelling instead of deep hydration. This simple shift flushes out nighttime metabolic waste and primes your brain for intense focus. If you feel like your brain is foggy or your joints feel crunchy in the morning, this electrolyte elixir is your primary medicine. Habit number 2 is completely free, yet it's the most powerful drug for longevity currently known to man: morning sunlight. But it's not about your skin, it's about your eyes. Research from the Stanford Center on Longevity proves that viewing direct sunlight, not through a window and definitely without sunglasses, within the first 30 minutes of waking, triggers a critical biological timer in your brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus. This releases a healthy spike of cortisol. This isn't the stress cortisol we often hear about. It's the wake-up cortisol that clears out the sleep-inducing chemical adenosine. But here is the real longevity secret. This morning light exposure is exactly what dictates your melatonin production 16 hours later. If you want to sleep deeply at 10 p.m., you must tell your brain it's morning at 7 a.m. For those over 60, this helps prevent the common issue of sundowning and nighttime anxiety. Just 10 minutes on a sunny day or 20 minutes on a cloudy day will effectively reset your biological clock. It's like giving your brain a high-definition signal that the day has begun. Before we move to the most important habit for your muscles and physical independence, I have a quick question for you. Many of our viewers tell us they feel stiff or low energy the moment they wake up. Are you one of them? Type yes or no in the comments below right now. We read every single comment to help us design our future research-backed series. And if you believe that aging is a process we can actually control, hit that subscribe button and join the Longevity Lab family. We are building a community of seniors who refuse to grow old quietly. Habit number 3 is the one habit 90% of seniors get wrong every single day. We've been told for years that a light breakfast like oatmeal, toast, or fruit is best for our hearts. Science now says that's a recipe for sarcopenia, the rapid loss of muscle mass that accelerates after age 60. Older bodies suffer from something called anabolic resistance. This means as we age, our muscles need a much higher dose of protein to signal the body to stay strong. A landmark study from the University of Texas showed that seniors who consumed 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast had 40% higher muscle protein synthesis than those who waited until dinner to eat their protein. If you start your day with carbohydrates, you spike your insulin and essentially tell your body to store fat and stop repairing muscle. Instead, you must prioritize 30 grams of protein within 90 minutes of waking. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, or a clean whey. Isolate protein. This is the only proven way to protect your physical independence and prevent the falls that change lives forever. Stop feeding the fat. Start feeding the engine that keeps you moving. Habit number 4, never start your day with static stretching. You've likely seen people trying to touch their toes or pull their hamstrings while their muscles are still cold. For a 65-year-old, this is actually dangerous for the spinal discs and ligaments. Instead, your joints need synovial fluid, the natural high-performance oil of the human body. At the Longevity Lab, we teach what we call the 5-minute joint oil change. Instead of holding a stretch, use gentle dynamic rotations. Circle your ankles, rotate your hips, and do gentle neck rolls. This movement acts like a pump, pushing the synovial fluid into the joint capsule, lowering inflammation, and reducing that classic morning ache. A study in the Journal of Orthopedic Research found that dynamic movement in the morning reduced joint-related pain by 28% over a 12-week period. It's the difference between a rusty hinge and a smooth running machine. The final habit will be the hardest for many, but the most rewarding for your heart and brain health. Wait 90 minutes before your first cup of coffee. I know, this sounds like a punishment, but here is the fascinating molecular science behind it. When you wake up, your brain is still busy clearing out the last bits of adenosine, the chemical that builds up during the day to make you feel sleepy. If you flood your system with caffeine immediately, you block the receptors, but the adenosine stays trapped in your system. When that caffeine wears off around 2 p.m., all that trapped adenosine hits your brain at once. That is the famous afternoon crash that makes you reach for sugar or a nap. By waiting 90 minutes, you allow your natural energy systems to finish their job. This leads to steady, calm energy all day long and prevents the heart palpitations and jitters that many seniors experience with early morning caffeine. Try it for just 3 days and you will feel 10 years younger by the afternoon. As I promised at the beginning, here is the bonus secret for deep cellular cleaning: autophagy. If you can simply extend your nighttime fast just 2 hours into the morning, meaning you eat your 30-gram protein breakfast 2 hours after you wake up, your body begins a process called self-eating. It's not as scary as it sounds. Your body literally begins to identify and eat its own damaged and senescent cells. This is the ultimate anti-aging hack discovered by Nobel Prize-winning research. Implementing these 5 habits: electrolyte hydration, morning light, protein priming, dynamic movement, and delayed caffeine, is how you reclaim your vitality and move from just getting by to truly thriving. If you found this blueprint valuable, subscribe to the Longevity Lab for more science-backed guides. Check the description below for our free longevity morning checklist to keep on your fridge. I'm your host, and remember, it is never too late to start aging backwards. I will see you in the next video.